After a heated meeting over how African American history should be taught in Florida schools, the vice chair of Florida's African American History Task Force has now resigned. And 10 Investigates' Jenna Bourne broke this story online today. She's been covering issues with that task force for months now. And Jenna, he says he's livid.
That's because the new task force members voted to postpone the group's most important event of the year. The Summer Institute happens every year around Juneteenth. Hundreds of Florida educators and presenters from around the country were scheduled to participate next week. Now, it's been indefinitely postponed.
I was at the signing of the legislation of the African American History Task Force. I was at the signing of that legislation.
And now Florida's African American History Task Force Vice Chair, Dr. Samuel Wright, is resigning.
This whole issue with the task force meeting was an insult, not only to me, but to other members who've been involved in this task force for years.
We told you in April that the task force had been shrinking for years. After our investigation, the Florida Department of Education appointed 6 new members. 5 out of the 6 are active in Republican politics. 4 have previously been appointed to positions by Governor Ron DeSantis. State Representative Bernie Jacques is the only new member who agreed to talk to us on camera.
So my goals with the task force is to make sure when it comes to African American history that we are involved in education, which is very important, and not indoctrination. And really just teach our students the basics and not ideologies that makes them either hate each other or hate their country.
The old and new members of the task force came together for their first meeting this week, and things got heated.
This has been one of the most asinine discussions I've had in a long time.
The first vote taken was a 6-4 split, precisely divided between new members and old, to postpone the task force's virtual Summer Institute, which hundreds of educators were scheduled to attend.
The motion on the floor is to postpone the scheduled Summer Institute that is currently scheduled for June 14th and 15th for a short time until after the State Board of Education has adopted the revised African American history, the new African American history standards.
That adoption is expected to happen next month, but no new date has been set for the Summer Institute.
Just hearing that, new standards go into effect come July 1, I think we're sliding the opportunity for all of our educators to have the new standards and use it.
For people to get to the table, disregard what work had been done, didn't ask any questions about looking at an agenda or what is being planned. Their first motion was to postpone it. I've had some health challenges this past 3 or 4 months, and for the life of me, I will not let people take me down by dealing with this kind of issue. So if it's too stressful, I prefer to get on the outside of it and deal with it that way and not internally.
You can find our 2 previous investigations on the African American History Task Force by checking out our YouTube series, What's Brewing. Take out your phone or tablet because this QR code will take you right there. Scan it with your camera app and a link will pop up for our What's Brewing playlist. In the studio, Jenna Bourne, 10 Investigates.